Afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be discussing the location I chose to mount the engine computer, and I got a very good tip at the end. So please watch all the way through, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be right back. Alright, well, hello everyone. Welcome to another video on my build. For those that don't know, it's an 86 Pontiac Fiero that I put a 3.8 liter supercharged V6 in, with a lot of help from Facebook and other YouTubers and Pennox Fiero forum. So today we're going to talk about if you are going to be putting the engine computer for the 3800 in the stock Fiero location, you have to talk about the firewall and the wiring harness that goes through the engine, or it goes through the firewall. So here is the engine computer. I have it mounted in the stock Fiero location with a long zip tie, and this is the bracket, plastic bracket that held the Fiero engine computer. I had to trim it down in order for this to fit, because you need these tabs in order to hold the center console in place. There might be another way to do it, but that's what I've done, and that's what I saw other people do. All right, so for here, you have the wiring harness that goes into the through the firewall. Now, if you notice, it's the stock Fiero pass-through device that holds the wiring harness in place for the stock one will not work. Someone might be able to make it work, but I didn't. So here's what the stock one looks like. See how it's kind of flattened the wires in place? Now you might be able to do that with a custom-made wiring harness to have them put it that way, but mine is round. And so a solution to that is, figure out where I'm at, is someone developed a 3D printed option right here for the Fiero pass-through through Thingiverse, and I will put the link below in the description. So here's what it looks like. Now, I had another Fiero member create one for me when I first did this, and here it is. If you could tell, it's kind of, it got melted a little bit, and I'll show you why. It was. I installed this correctly, or what I assumed it was correctly. So I put this side, this thicker side here, like this, with the more surface area, in the engine compartment. And looking back on it now, that was incorrect. So you want this side inside the engine compartment. And so here's what it'll look like. Want one to go like so, and the other one trying to do this with one hand is I will be right back. All right, let's try that again. All right, so trying to do this from inside the engine compartment was a much bigger pain in the butt. So there you go. And what I will do is, on the firewall side, I will put a piece of DEI, like heat shielding tape. It's got a circle cut out in it. That way it'll protect the little bit of this pass-through device from being exposed to the heat. I also sprayed this with like high temp spray paint, like engine high temp paint that you would spray on like engines or exhaust, something like that. And when you get this 3D printed, use the material that's more tolerant to higher heat. And once I have that piece of heat shielding tape on the other side, I will then fill this cavity with red RTV to kind of help seal in everything and keep everything nice and watertight. So I'll be back. Alright, so as you can see, this is from the Firewall side. Here's the wire and harness, kind of hard with the shadow. And here is the pass-through, the 3D printed. So what I'm going to do is put some red RTV on the outside of the seam between the Firewall and the 3D printed pass-through, and then I'm going to put this heat shielding material right here that I've cut out. I removed the adhesive backing and then install that around it, and then I'll go back on the inside and put RTV around the wire and harness to make it watertight. All right, see you soon. All right, so it has been 24 hours since I placed the RTV around the pass-through. It is now dry and it's pretty solid in there now. It's not moving. So there you go. Like I said, I put as you can see, the RTV around where the wire harness comes through the center hole. Put the RTV on the back side of the thick piece here, so it'll stick more, and I put a bead around, try to smooth it out as best I can. And there you go. Here's another tip. Here's an added bonus for those of you that do the 3800 or any other OBD2 system install into your Fiero. And if you want to use like a Bluetooth reader like Blue Driver or something like that, I installed an extension. This is where the stock input for OBD1 you can put a reader on, and the wiring harness that was made for me by Danny up in Canada had the OBD2 port in the stock Fiero location, but I added an extension. I can't remember the length of it, but basically it runs from here all the way, here's the ribbon, all the way underneath the dash. So I have it just right here, and then I just tuck it up underneath the Blue Driver. Blue Driver is great because I can upload an app from Blue Driver, and then I can look at water temp, I can read codes, I can reset the codes and everything. So that's just a little tip. All right, talk to you later.